So from what I've seen or from what I've noticed, there were no Arteta. From what we've observed, especially from that Auba situation, this probably could be the last time actually Aaron Ramsdale will be playing for Arsenal. Alright, so morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are, Don from Kenya Gooners TV, and they're back again with another video. So it's the international break right now. So I'm sure you guys, you've seen this, you've seen sports news. So many content creators have talked about it, several news channels have talked about it, and might as well talk about it as well. So this is in regards to Aaron Ramsdale being benched. So quite some controversial stuff have been said by Nick Ramsdale, that is his dad. And basically it's quite a sensitive issue, and I like to address it, but then from father's perspective, if not more like a humanitarian perspective. And so let me just actually read this first, then I will address it. So from this Nick Ramsdale, that's basically Aaron Ramsdale's dad. So Aaron is going to be the cap goalkeeper, and David Raya is going to be the main man unless something happens, an injury or a sending off. Aaron is going to live with that, and he's living with that even though he's not been told about it. So by anybody, you've got to give the guy a chance. For God's sake, Aaron has lost his smile, and it's difficult. It has really been difficult to see him there, and he keeps saying that you need to keep on smiling. So basically that's what his old man said. So quite a sensitive issue from a father's perspective. Everybody, especially right now, but in the modern day, as a dad, you're justified by to come out and protect your child, and just be on your kid's corner. So this is my own personal thought. To be fair, from a father's perspective, it's only right and justified by for the family, not the father, but to be on his son's corner. Any dad would do the same. I mean, the other day you saw Harry Maguire's mom actually coming out to defend his son. I think it's just a parent's role, but to defend their son, trying to encourage their son as well. And you have all the right and justified by to say whatever you want. But at the same time, looking at it from a professional perspective, you have a job to do. I'm just trying to imagine anybody, even you guys in the comment section, even me. If I mess up at work, or if I'm not living by the if there's somebody better than me at what I'm doing, and then there's someone replace me with that guy, or better yet, actually put somebody to not replace my position where I'm working, I don't think it's my old man's position to come in and defend me. As a man, you basically need to defend yourself. It's more like trying to get your old man or your family to do the talking for you. So from what I've seen or from what I've noticed, there were no Arteta. From what we've observed, especially from that Auba situation, this probably could be the last time actually Aaron Ramsdale will be playing for Arsenal. And it's only fair enough that we allow the manager to do his job, because he's the guy with the players. He's the guy who trains them, he's the guy who coaches them, so he's able to see his ability. And if he goes by David Raya, it's only fair enough you allow him to do his job. So it's an ugly situation. It's quite an ugly situation, but I mean it is what it is. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. But for this, I'm actually defending my manager as well. And looking at it, it puts Arteta quite in an awkward situation, because I'm sure once football comes back in all these press conferences and whatnot, that's the question that most media personalities would want to run with, and to also create something out of it. But I mean, from Aaron's old man's perspective, I don't think that was the wise thing to do. The other day, I actually watched David Beckham's documentary, and kept on talking about his dad was really hard on him, tell him to keep on practicing time at the game, because the way this world works, nothing comes to you easy. You have to fight for your position. That sense of entitlement as a man, especially as a man. I mean, things don't come to you easy. If you're not up to the standards that this society demands for you, there's always somebody who's going to be out there to replace you. And at this point, it's you to not work your ass off, not to have your old man actually defend you. It's from a man's perspective. It's actually quite Best way to say this, it's not right. It's not right. Just like the example I gave earlier on. Imagine, you're not performing. Uh, you have a job to do. You're not performing by the standards that the work environment did for you, and then your employee, if not your manager, find somebody to replace you as you try and get your act together, and then you get your dad to now do the talking for you. What are we doing here? Guys need to cut Arteta the slack. And from what I've observed, I don't see Aaron Ramsdale actually playing for Arsenal again. The other situation, if there's a documentary that he did, and probably maybe you need to also, you guys maybe you might check it out. You can check it out by the his podcast with Ian Wright, where we were saying that it was so interesting, but they seeing Ian Wright's face, he was actually quite shocked with what Ramsdale said. And this is the thing. If you're not really PR trained, if you don't have that media language of knowing what to say at the right time, of knowing what not to say at the right time, some of these things actually tend to bite you. So he basically said that he loses concentration. It's very hard for him to actually focus on the pitch for 90 minutes. He loses concentration on the way. And from I understand, it's quite a naive way of revealing it, but it's shocking that you cannot concentrate by for 90 minutes, that you have to now find distraction from the fan base. If somebody throws an insult at you, you also have to throw the insult back. When he said that, I just saw Ian's right face drop, and probably maybe that's the reason why by that Arteta has not been playing. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think in the comment section. Just ensure you smash, share, like the video, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.